Hello YouTube. So I'm going to review these little guys, socket rails. Picked this guy up at Harbor Freight. I've got 6 of them, so I bought 2 sets of 3. One set was the millimeter set and the other set was the SAE set. And I love them. The biggest thing I love about them is that they have a spot for every socket and they tell you what size it is real clear, so you don't have to rely on reading what it says, especially when it's chrome. And yeah, you can spruce that up a little, but it's, or put paint inserts or whatever. But one thing that I hated about my socket rails that I had before, and if you've seen my other videos, you saw that I had my sockets on these guys. And I still have some down here. There you go. So when you have sockets on this, for instance, can you tell what size those sockets are? No, it's kind of, let's see if I can get better lighting. Cool. There it is. So one of them you can tell is this 9/16, but the rest you can't. And if you turn, maybe you look at the back side. Let's see, maybe they're all on the back, right? Oh, some of them are. There's a 7. There's a 3/8. There's a 3/8, 7/16, but there's still some that you can't really tell. This one on the end, just because you can flip it around, 5/16. But you have to really look, or you have to pull them out, put them back, pull them out. You're twisting them, right? To pull it off the thing, you're looking around. What's the size? And this is kind of nice. It's right there, but that's gonna wear off. Anyways, but with these guys, you can see them right away. They're also easy to pull off. They're easy to put back. Maybe. Can't do it with one hand, huh? Okay. There's a square. Let's see if I can get that. There's maybe it's easier on this one. See that little square? This guy right here. So that's either a 3/8 size, or it's a little bit smaller than 3/8, so it fits on, or it's 1/2 inch, or it's a quarter. And so they come on and off. They're stored vertically, so they take up less room. And they also have already preset in them all the sizes. This goes from 6 to 20. Probably doesn't need to go from 6 to 20. It could probably go from 7 to 19 or 8 to 19, and it'd be just fine. But if you want to try to get those end sockets, the end meaning the 6 and the 20, then go for it. It just adds a little bit more to your collection. They're usually in, most sets won't have them. They're also, if you needed to, it's not completely, but they don't necessarily just fall out. So you can grab them, grab the whole 3/8, all of your 3/8 that you need. I guess if you wanted to do just the deeps or the shallows, they don't do that. Leaving them in your set like this is a good idea though, or in your box. So again, I paid $9 for just the metric, and I got the 3/8, the 1/4 inch. I put the 1/4 inch here because it, just in my box, this hinge interferes with 3/8. I had to cut off, which is something I don't like. See how that has this piece right here? I had to cut that off for 3/8 so that they both of them could fit from one side to the other. And they didn't fit with this, so I couldn't put them back there. No problem. I just put the 1/4 inch ones there. One thing I don't like about them, if you look here, Over the top, there's a gap. Doesn't need to be there. If you look at these the tall ones, this distance should be right here. Just save a little more space. That's what these are, space savers. So it'd be nicer, save a little bit more space in your box. And for some reason, if you look, these are both 3/8 inch, and this one is taller. See how it comes up higher than this one? Let me get this shiny out. I don't know why. Doesn't need to, but it does. That's the way it is. Anyway, so you buy a set of $9 for the millimeters, $9 for the SAE. I have the SAE one, the 1/2 inch ones down here because I rarely use them. I mean, most of your vehicles are millimeter, metric, so that's where your important sockets are. But yeah, I love them. They're great. They stand up. Again, you can see what the sizes are. They don't skip sizes. You know, if you look at especially these sizes. See if I can get them. So that's 4.5, 5.5. Usually those sockets aren't included in sets, and so it's nice to have them here so that you can get those sockets, because you do use a 5.5. I've used 5.5 for my GM cars. And then, but that is a gripe moving over here, because this only goes to 3/16. It doesn't do 5/32, and it doesn't do a 1/8, which it should. So those 2 or 4 sockets, because it's the tall and deep that you get, you can't put them in here. And it's kind of upsetting because you don't need this 5/8 right here. They could have stopped it at 9/16 for the 1/4 inch. Which also brings, I guess, for some of them, like the millimeter 3/8, it doesn't have to go from 6 to 20. It could go from 7 to 19. I'd be happy with that. And then for the 3/8 for the SAE sizes, it doesn't need to do a 1/4. So you can focus on that 1/4. The 1/4 is blurry in real life it's blurry. But doesn't need to do the 1/4. And I only really go up to 7/8. These are spark plug sockets. I guess as a second, it does give you a spot to put some extra sockets like those spark plug ones. I have here's my 1/4 inch adapter, right? So it's a 1/4 inch drive, and then the hex is to grab onto bits. That's the bit adapter, and so it fits in my 15 right there, the empty spot. So I guess that's a benefit. I used to have this guy, this T55. I only have one of these because it's on my Tahoe, and I had it in this spot until I got that socket. I guess you can store stuff back here too, so it's not a complete waste of space. But anyways, of course, then it blocks the view, so it's hard to see what it is. But again, I love them. Space saving, easy to read. You can grab them. You don't have to look at what the socket is. You don't have to read it off of the socket, and it makes you faster to get the socket you need. Keeps you more organized and saves space in your box. What else do you need to know? Anyways, I love them. So go get them if you think they'd work for you. Thanks for watching, everybody. Have a great day.